The last thing that we need to talk about is writing an inequality when you are given a graph. And so we can look at this graph and we can see that our inequality, it uses a dashed line. So we know we're either going to use the greater than or less than symbols. And it's obviously a line. We're going to be writing an equation of a line. So the equation that we're probably most comfortable with is slope-intercept form. You could write point slope. It's really up to you what you want to do. But looking at this, we can see there's a point here at 0, -2. So our y-intercept is at -2. And then our slope, if we find another point that's exactly on those little crossing lines, we know that's up 3 and right 1. So our slope is going to be 3, or 3/1. So if we were writing the equation of that line, we would say y equals 3x minus 2. But we know that we're going to have an inequality symbol there, and it's either going to be greater than or less than. So why don't we go ahead and write it, let's put a little box there, and we'll fill that box in with either greater than or less than. But it's y is something 3x minus 2. To figure out what belongs there, why don't we pick a point that actually is a solution? For example, this point right here, right? We know that this is a solution because it's where it's shaded. So this is the point 3, 1. What if we were to plug in 3 for x and 1 for y? If we did that, 1 would be here, and I'm still going to put the little box because this is going to tell us, since it is a solution, it's going to tell us if a greater than sign or a less than sign belongs there. So then 3 times our x was 3 minus 2. And if we simplify the right side, 9 minus 2 is 7. So 1 compared to 7, would you put a less than symbol or a greater than symbol? Well, 1 is less than 7, so that means the less than sign is what belongs up here. So our inequality is y is less than 3x minus 2. So all you really have to do is pick a point from where it's shaded. So you're picking a solution. And so you know that that solution is going to work with the given inequality. So really you're just using the solution to figure out which way that inequality faces. So why don't you go ahead and try the next one, pause the video, and then come back and check to see how you did. So for this one, our y-intercept is 1. And our slope, we can see it has a negative slope. You're going down and then to the right. So it's down 2 and right 3. So it looks like our slope here is -2/3. So our inequality, it's going to be y is something -2/3 x plus 1. Now this is a solid line, and because it's solid, we know we're either going to fill in with less than or equal to or greater than or equal to, but we need that or equal to part. So you can even put that in right now. So let's pick a point that we know is a solution. Let's say the point, we could use 4, 0, or anything. You know, you could use 3, 0. You could use 0, 4. You could pick any point where it's shaded. And in fact, just because I'm multiplying by -2/3, I might pick a number that helps me out there. So I'm going to go ahead and plug in 0, 4. That seems like a nice easy one because I'm going to multiply by 0 here, and that's going to go away. So 4 is compared to -2/3 times 0 plus 1. Like we said, this will go away, and 0 plus 1 is 1. Well, 4 compared to 1, 4 is greater than 1. So that means the rest of my symbol here is greater than. So our inequality is y is greater than or equal to -2/3 x plus 1. You can do the same thing if I gave you a parabola. You could find the equation of the parabola and then test points within the shaded region to figure out where you would actually, or what inequality symbol you would actually have there.